early morning in La Coruña. It's around about 7:30. You can see that light blinking over there. That is the Torres de Hercules. And the sun is not yet up, but trying to get through. It makes the whole area look absolutely amazing. And it just goes towards infinity over there across the Atlantic. And over here, this part over here on my left, with the sea crashing against the shore, it's very serene. And then we have humanity, nature, humanity. Okay. It's the way that us humans are, is it not? So the news is not good for Europe or the UK or anybody that is pro Zelenskyy in Ukraine. I said in a video a few weeks ago that lost me a large number of subscribers. I said that Donald Trump was going to get his butt kicked by trying to take on Putin with the way that he made his statements to try and scare the hell out of Putin and get, oh my God, oh no, Donald Trump and America are going to come and get us. Frankly, America doesn't have anything to go and get them with. Especially not money, because that's exactly what the Don is all about at the moment. Doesn't have a military-industrial complex that can actually compete in a long drawn-out attrition war, and doesn't really want to get into it, and rightly so. Should never have been involved. Putin took Donald Trump on a history lesson, as Donald Trump had let everybody know in his Truth Social post. I'm gonna go. Donald Trump let everyone know that he had received a history lesson. He claims that he shared United States history with Putin. I think Putin will have told him the reality of the situation, of what his own history is, what Trump's own history is in that country. He will have been told about everything that has gone on since Russia became an independent country outside of the Soviet Union. Putin will have told Trump exactly what happened at the 2008 NATO summit, when it was added in to the NATO minutes that Ukraine would join NATO, as would Georgia. Georgia very quickly had a little pump of bravado and then got slapped down by Russia after 3 days. Ukraine took on a 6-year process of undermining and dehumanizing all the ethnic Russians that live inside Ukraine, which culminated in the 2014 Maidan, all by a minority of people in Western Ukraine. I've gone the wrong way. All by a minority of people in Western Ukraine, but a very strong set of people headed by football hooligans and Nazis, for want of a better term. It's a term that everybody throws around nowadays, isn't it? Oh, you're a Nazi, you're a Nazi. I guess it's not such a bad thing to be called a Nazi. I wonder if there's a difference between a neo-Nazi and a Nazi nowadays. Maybe Nazi is just an insult when you don't like somebody saying something. And neo-Nazi is somebody who's an actual real twat. But I don't differentiate between those. And I'm hoping I've gone the right way. I'm going to have to turn right at some point. So, these neo or just Nazis from 2008 through to 2014 managed to obliterate a peaceful and democratic society in Ukraine, and then kill, I think it was 55 people on February the 14th, 2014, with a sniper up in Hotel, was it called the Hotel Ukraine? I got a feeling it's not called the Hotel Ukraine. I think it's called something else, but that's a bit irrelevant, really. Having put in place its coup, Russia realised that the plans were in place for NATO to take over Sevastopol. And they weren't going to have that at all. So Russian troops went into Crimea, and that's how Russia got Crimea. And why Russia got Crimea? And that caused a big hullabaloo because nobody was told the bloody truth about what had happened at all. I don't know where I'm bloody going here. I think I've gone the wrong way. I'm going to have to go the way that I went the first time, which is along here. Maybe this is the road I need to be on. Then there was all the actions against Donbass and the Minsk agreements, which were a complete and utter lie by the West and by Ukraine. It was just a process of time to carry on killing as many people from the Donbass, as many ethnic Russians as they could. And having done that, the Donbass areas decided to fight back. And then they claimed their independence. Where the fuck am I going? I'm gonna have to go down here and left there. Oh, I can feel my heartbeat starting to rise, as I don't know where I'm going and I need to be somewhere for a very particular time. I ended up going the wrong way. Signora, entra jardín?
¿Qué?
Entra jardín?
Allí,
Ok.
al final.
Sí.
Sí, está
Sí,
allí
al porto.
a la izquierda.
Sí.
Sí, un poquito a la izquierda.
Gracias, gracias. Ah, I am going the right way. Just straight down here. So anyway, Trump then said, oh, it's all Russia's fault, and they went in for no reason, and it's a useless war with no good rationale behind it. And you'll notice from his latest stuff after his meeting with Putin that all of that has gone. All of that indication of no rationale has just disappeared. Putin is his big mate. Putin has put him straight. I told you Putin would rip him a new ass, but he's much too diplomatic to rip him a new ass. He told him what the fuck had been going on. And Trump basically said it was all United States' fault. Why would we be so stupid as to attempt to give NATO status to Ukraine? That was all the Democrats' fault. From years ago, Barack Obama with Joe Biden as Deputy Prime Minister, Vice President, that is. There's me being British Deputy Prime Minister. Vice Presidente. And yeah, what a fuck up. What a fuck up the West has done. It'd have told him that there was an agreement. It'd have probably shown him the agreement from April 2022, where Ukraine would still have all of its land. All of it, except Crimea. But no. But no. I don't know where I'm going. I was trying to follow other people there. Oh, they're going to the middle. We can't do that. She's going back. I'll go there. Holy shit, this is scary around here. I keep looking the wrong way, you see. Keep having to look at these arrows to see which way the vehicles are going. Right, it's over this way. So they had a chat, and Donald Trump has gone, no more money for Ukraine. No more NATO for Ukraine. No more security for Ukraine. No more American military for Ukraine. No more nothing. And he's agreed that. And he's put it out on his Truth Social. And he's told the Europeans and the Ukraine to get themselves bloody sorted. And if the Europeans want to do something about it, having come up with their Weimar Plus agreement, whatever the hell that means, but it has connotations of pre-Hitler aspects. I wonder if there's going to be a treaty at the same time. Yeah, Europe will have to pay. Europe wants to protect Ukraine. Europe will have to pay. He's also told Ukraine that they have to have elections. Volodymyr Zelenskyy is completely illegitimate. You must have elections. And having said that, you must have elections. What does Zelenskyy do? He goes after his political opponents. Poroshenko, the previous president prior to Zelenskyy, has now been charged with treason. Klitschko and his guys are all having political charges trumped up against them. I mean, they're all a bunch of cunts, yes. All of them. But Zelenskyy is the cocaine king. Zelenskyy is the nastiest bastard around. He is a puppet of Kolomoisky. And we all fell for it. Oh, bloody hell, have I just missed a bus? No, this is a B1, not a B8. So I'm alright, Jack. So if you want to talk about corruption, political corruption, and a complete removal of democracy, your eyes need to be firmly on Ukrainska. Is it Ukrainski? Or is it Kokainsky? Your eyes must be on there. And if your eyes are not on there, all that's happening is you've been taken in by the mainstream media, who has made you so empathetic about the Western Ukraine Nazis. So I'm expecting to lose a fair number of subscribers all over again for having told you the truth about what the hell is actually going on in Ukraine, and not being blinded by the stupidity that the mainstream media is trying to impose. But I know it's really difficult. We've all been blinded by mainstream media propaganda, where it's constantly fed to us. And why should anybody else know what the truth is? Well, there are plenty of places to go out there. We have this thing called the internet nowadays. And we have Telegram channels which include people from all the different areas. It includes people who know history. It includes people who are academicians and scholars and who have done proper independent journalism. And it also includes just people on the street who are able to see what's going on, and they live there and they understand their own culture and they understand what is going on, and so they tell us the truth of what is actually happening. And when we get told the truth of what's happening, it's a B3. I don't think that goes to Sada. Oh, a B8. I think that's going to, well, I don't know where it's going. So this is where we're at. Europe is on its own. You want to save Ukraine, you're not gonna get the chance to impose Article 5 of NATO either. That's something else that Donald Trump said. They are going to be shitting themselves. They're putting out their strong statements in the Weimar Plus. We will stand together with Ukraine. We have to be at the negotiating tables, but you're not gonna be. It's Donald Trump, it is Putin, and it is Ukraine. No one else is there. Ukraine is about to be battered, brought into sanity, told they must start being sensible. I know it's going to be really fucking difficult for them. But Putin has put Mr. Donald, absolutely right. And Mr. Donald has taken it on board. Mr. Donald he's a Putin puppet. And on that bombshell, we will leave it there in the port of La Coruña as I head off back to Saba to put my mother's remains in a family tomb. Later.